Well, this is Mark Evans here from the East Church herd of pedigree Ayrshire's. I'm just capturing some of the cows as they're heading out towards their grazing for the day. Alan's asked whether I could possibly put together a video. I'm not very good at this kind of thing, but here we go. I'm just going to pick out some of my favourites here really. Here is a Perfecta Eclipse by Forever Schoon Perfecta. Just come for her second calf. The Perfectas, we haven't got very many of them, but we're very pleased with what we have got, and they milk really well. There's a Rose Hill Evolution second calver, a great big cow. She's going to make a really big cow as she grows on into her third lactation, and again milking very well. We love our Delaplane Primes. They're great cattle. This is a Delaplane, this is a Primes Betty, just come for her second calf. This is a rather sweet little second calver here by East Church Joseph. She's milking well. She gave 22 litres this morning, and she's going to grow into a great cow. We're classifying next week, and we're really looking forward to that. Here we have a Geo-style gentleman heifer, Nora, gentle Nora, and gentle is by name and gentle by nature. Beautiful quiet cattle. Here we have Bert's cow here by East Church Joseph. This is Violet, out of the Butter Besley ultraviolet Violet, I think she is. Milking well. Her persistency has been good. She's been calved for quite a while now, since October I think, and she's still giving us 18 or 19 litres a day. Backing calf to Roscoe. Here we have, walking past, another Delaplane cow. She's another Eclipse. She's a great cow. EX90 as a third calver. She's now in her fourth lactation, and she's a great milker too. We like her a lot. Here we have the famous Brown Rosebud by Huntington Famous. Dear little heifer, very quiet, and gives a nice lot of milk. We're using him again now. We like the Famous young stock. We've got a lot coming on still. Does anyone remember Elegant Elsie, the 6-month-old calf that broke her shoulder? Well, a story reported in one of the Ayrshire journals. Well, she's a great cow. Again, EX90. We love this cow. She's the only Huntington, not Huntington, Haresfoot Elegant cow we've got. But if they were all like her, that bull would still be in use. Here's another great cow, Toffee Maker. This is by Kelcrest Long Run. Great milker. She's currently giving 38 litres a day. It's been calved since January. They're all moving off now. Here we've got Free Beer Bella. She's just calved in for a third time. Big capacious cow, giving a lot of milk. Now then, this little heifer here just calved this morning. It's a Patrolman's Rosina, lovely heifer. We're really looking forward to her coming to the farm. We put the machine on her and she just walked in, never been near the parlour, just walked in, put the machine on her, and she milked out a dream. Calved last night. Here's one of my, actually this is her sister to that rose I was just showing you. This is by a bull I had called East Church Blaze. Beautiful cow, not the biggest, but she is really knocking the milk out. Blaze was sired by Restorn and out of my old original East Church Admiral's Blissful. I love this cow, and she's just so well put together. Here's the old Rosetta, Nelson's Rosetta, still going strong. She is the dam of a bull we had called East Church Roy Boy. We've got one or two Roy Boys in the herd, but here's a cow I really love. Another Delaplane Prime, Delaplane Prime Prime's Blossom. I really love this cow. So well put together. And milking very well. She's been calved about a month. And here we have the infamous Zara by Furtado Zara. She got caught by the bull at 18 months, calved in very young. Oh sorry, she got caught by the bull younger than that. She calved in at 18 months. She's now about 4.5 years old and she's just had her 4th calf. She's a tremendous cow and she's growing into something that we really like, and she's milking extremely well. We have over here East Church Patrolman's Milky Nadia, and this is my favourite cow in the herd. She really is something very special, and this is really a typical Patrolman. Just everything in the right place, and she knows it because she's showing herself off rather well. Yep, that is my kind of Ayrshire that I've wanted to breed over the years. We've got a daughter of hers somewhere by Rockstar. We'll see if we can find her. There's a nice cow walking off across there. That's a Jolly by Brazil. I wasn't over happy with the Brazils. They're not really my kind of cattle, but there were one or two good ones. There's a Patrolman here coming down, all white heifer, well, second calver now. She is out of my EX95 Milkmaid's Rosebud Red. She's milking absolutely beautifully, and she is by Patrolman. Here's the little Roy Boy. I said we had a Roy Boy bull here. We didn't get very many. She's a sweet little heifer, only a 2-year-old. She's milking really well. She's another Eclipse, and she'll grow into a great cow. She needs a little bit of size now, but she's got a super little udder on her. These cows have all just been milked, by the way, so they're not showing themselves off at their best. Here's another Patrolman. This is Buttercup. Goes back to a Buttercup I had here years ago, lent to me by, or I looked after her really for Graham Creeper, and it went back to middle Buttercup, and I've managed to keep the family going. And this heifer here actually is a, come on, show me it this way, is the splitting image of the original middle Buttercup actually. Middle Buttercup went on for 16 years and was a great cow, very well, not the biggest of cows but very compact. This animal's going to be a lot bigger. You can pick out the Patrolmans very easily, as you all know. Here we have a lovely Patrolman cow. This is Mariette. goes back to Biggenville Mary. So one of our rock stars, Rocky Tinsel. Very, very dairy, the rock stars. We quite like them. Here's a compact little Rossini cow that's calved recently. She's very, very fresh, but we rather like her. She's not the biggest of cows, but she certainly is packed together well. The X90 Blossom by Napier's Blossom. She's a great cow. We like her. She's a real old softie. It's the Rocky Tinsel again. It's one of our East Church Ross cows. Just come for her fourth. We like the Rosses. Middle Buttercup, actually. Middle Buttercup went on for 16 years and was a great cow. Very well, not the biggest of cows, but very compact. This animal's going to be a lot bigger. You can pick out the Patrolmans very easily, as you all know. Here we have a lovely Patrolman cow. This is Mariette, goes back to Biggenville Mary. So one of our rock stars, Rocky Tinsel. Very, very dairy, the rock stars. We quite like them. Here's a compact little Rossini cow that's calved recently. She's very, very fresh, but we rather like her. She's not the biggest of cows, but she certainly is packed together well. The X90 Blossom by Napier's Blossom. She's a great cow. We like her. She's a real old softie. It's the Rocky Tinsel again. It's one of our East Church Ross cows. Just come for her fourth. We like the Rosses. If I could get hold of a bit more Ross semen I would, because you're always sure of what you're going to get. And that's a really compact cow. Peggy by East Church Donovan, and there's this little Rosina heifer again. She's looking a bit agitated. She's only just joined the cows. Some of them lying down before they actually go off grazing. I don't know whether you can see they're taking off up the hill there now. This is one of John Cochrane's favourite fields, but the cows need climbing gear to get up there. Sadly, this cow here slipped on the concrete the other day. We've just had temporarily put some shackles on her, but that's a really an amazing one of our great Rossini cows, Snowy Owl. She's giving nearly 40 litres a day. She won't be on the shackles for long, but she's in this dry weather, the yards get a bit slippery, and she went down, and I put some on just to be on the safe side. But she is a great cow. We've got another Patrolman cow walking off there. She doesn't seem to like me coming towards her for some reason. The Patrolmans, they're like peas in a pod. There she is. Sweet little cow. None of these heifers, we've had calved in several heifers over the last few months, and they've not lifted a foot in the parlour. Been so quiet. Just a pleasure to milk. Here we have a Tudor Rococo. She's a sweet little cow, Rococo Nelly. She's a second calver. Tudor Rococo, the son of an East Church Rosetta cow that a good friend of mine down the road, Stuart Perry, had, and he bred this bull and sent her back to me, and I had great use for her, and so did Barry Bowman up in North Devon. This is a lovely cow, a Ristorn's, the Gaze Ristorn. That is Zeta. Great cow. Very well put together, these Ristorns. I've always thought they're possibly a little bit short in the rib, but altogether they're very well put together. Deep cow, and they go on and develop. I think that's what it is really. You can't judge them straight away. Like with all ashes, they tend to just go on and on and on. This is another one of my East Church Perfection cows, and that is another Milky Nadia. We like the Milky Nadias. Another Delaplane Prime is non-such. A lovely cow, beautifully natured, these primes. Our highest yielding cow at the moment is another East Church Perfection. This is Freesia by East Church Perfection. Great cow, great capacity. She's giving over 40 litres a day on a very simple system. Just a quick overrun there. There's that Zara again. Here's a nice, very sweet Rose Hill Pendennis heifer, Julia. East Church Joseph cow here, just come for her third, giving an awful lot of milk, this cow. The Josephs have done us really well. They turned out and sort of bred how I had hoped they would. Here's a Ease Lad cow, Easy Pangira, great cow, very milky. We like her a lot. There's another Patrolman heifer. Here we have a Stamford high definition cow, just come for a second calf, and we really like her as well. And she's milking about 20 litres, and in fact there's a Stamford high definition cow behind her. She's not quite in the kind of condition I'd like to see. We think she might have had a bit of fluke, but we've dealt with that, and she's got a super hard on her, and she's milking really well actually. She'll turn into a really great cow. I don't know whether my time's up yet. Alan said about a quarter of an hour, 20 minutes. There's another East Church Joseph cow. We really like her. Oh gosh, yes, I've just looked, it's 18 minutes. East Church Joseph, that's Barn Owl. Joseph's Barn Owl, this is one of my favourite cows as well. I absolutely love her. She's come for her third, and There's a plane prime coming in front of her. Here we have another Rosehill Pendennis heifer. They're beautiful cattle, easy to work with, quiet and very attractive cattle too. And here we have what everyone thinks is our shorthorn cow, but she's not shorthorn. She's out of East Church Rossini again. East Church Rossini could throw anything from all white to all brown to speckledy. You just never ever knew what you were going to get. And that's Very Special Rosemary, she's called. Rossini Very Special Rosemary. Goes right back to a Dillon cow that I bought off Robert Adams when I first moved here. So that's got Dillon blood in her. And here's another Duo Star Gentleman heifer. That's Dorothea. Big cattle they're going to be. They're going to grow. They're big, deep cattle. And here we have another Joseph heifer. No, second carver. And somewhere in the midst of this lot we have another Ardmore Crown Napier. That's her there. Ardmore Crown Napier. And Calverdale Realization Blissful. That's a great cow. She's calved her second. She's producing 35 litres a day. A lot of milk there. So really, I think I'll finish on these two cattle services as bulls. We use a lot of our own bulls. I do breed bulls myself, but we do use a lot of semen as well, because I love to have a nice selection of sires right the way across the board. I love that cow, and I love that cow too. Ardmore Crown Napier, Calverdale Realization. That's my selling bit for cattle services. Thank you very much. I hope you've enjoyed my brief tour of the herd. Quite a lot of them have gone off now grazing and have missed them. But thank you very much.